Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Grille, the Tier 5 German SPG. This one's located on the northeast spawn of Glacier, and it's under the command of Photobomber of FUN2. Now, this is an interesting Arty because, of course, he actually, Photobomber gave it up. He actually sold it and didn't come back to it. But just recently, he bought it again. And now he's trying it out now with his new experience and all of his knowledge that he's learned from watching all the great replays by other players. He's now learned that this Arty is actually very powerful and he knows what to do with it. So he's going to have a bit of fun. Okay, well, you can see the arc of this gun is actually quite narrow. Very narrow indeed. It's only 5 degrees either side of the center line. Enemy tank comes up, goes away, because you can see there's a couple of tanks waiting at the other side, and if he tried to go for the passage up to the top of the carrier, he'd probably get wiped out. Now all we need is one of our guys to just move forward a little bit, spot where he is, and we can put around it. Oh, he's trying to go for it. In fact, it wasn't him, it was a T-52, but we're going for the VK, and it's a little bit late. Oh dear. Yes, I'm afraid it's some distance away. You have to remember that. And given the shell velocity, you have to give a bit of lead. Otherwise, you might miss the target. He did give lead, just not enough. And now that T-52 is up on the carrier. But we're loaded. And, well, looks like he's gone straight back to the... Oh, he almost flipped there. That T-52 driver is a little uncertain. And it looks like the other Arty on our team just managed to get a shell in there and do some damage. Meanwhile, over on the south front, we can see that there's a bunch of enemy tanks trying to go around the ring road, and they come up against a bit of a roadblock because an MT-25 is stopping them. But this is where the Grille comes into its own because the shell trajectory is very high. The shells come straight down on top of the enemy, and he stunned 2 of them there and got some damage on the E2, the Sherman Jumbo. He's going to try the same again because it's a fairly fast reload, 22.53 by the book, and he's got 18.46. Rounds out. 4 tanks there now. Oh, and he wipes one out, and it was the M10 RBFM, one of their best tanks. Just went down the tubes. He's a wreck now, and that's an important kill. You don't want to lose your M10 RBFM. They are so valuable. And he's now hit the Sherman Jumbo again, who's acting as the buffer, blocking the shots. Of course, he does have thick, heavy armor, but you can't stop rounds coming in on top of him, hitting his top armor. If he stays where he is, he'll be toast. Rounds out. Here we go. Yes! Exactly. Now, this is what Photobomber was missing when he gave it up all those years ago. He's got it back, and now he's learning the joys of the Grille. The joy of being able to drop a load on an enemy tank who's supposedly hiding. Well, that Panzer IV-H wasn't hiding enough, because he's gone 16 hit points from that, and that entire enemy group has gone. And now all they've got left is a strip M42-57 backing up behind them. And he's not going to be able to stop Photobomber putting another one on him. And that's a direct hit. Oh, he's got him! That was a fire! He just set the guy alight and he burned up. And that's why he appeared afterwards, after the shell went in and struck. And that's why you keep looking to see where your shell goes, because then you see beautiful things like that, where all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the enemy tank suddenly appears as a wreck because you set him alight and he's gone up. You didn't see that you've got him on fire, but all of a sudden, he suddenly appears. So, at last, they are now down to just 3 tanks. No, they just lost another one. His platoon mates, a Zadimika and a Wolverine, are moving into the enemy rear area. But all we've got left on the enemy team is a T1 Heavy and the VK2801 who's up on the carrier. Now, nobody's guarding the cap area, but there's the T1 Heavy. We can see him now. Oh, look at this. We can drop a shell right down on top of this T1 Heavy. We can even pick where on the tank we want to strike him. If he stays where he is, he's going to take it. He did. 176, a direct hit. You can even see where the shell landed. It actually hit the tracks area. But he's going to do the same again. If this T1 Heavy doesn't get behind a big rock, he's going to suffer another direct hit. The other RT on our team is Fifi, the 105 FH 18B2. Oh, that didn't have enough lead, but it still splashed him and tracked him. And the MX 12 ton is now going in for the kill, and he gets it. And that wins the game for the team. This is why the Grille is such a thrill to play with that very high trajectory of the howitzer, the 15 centimeter howitzer. It can drop 480 hit point love bombs on the enemy, and you can actually pick where you want to put it as well if they're sitting in the open. He got a first class tanker out of that game. Not enough time to get an ace, but this was the first time he's had a first class tanker in this Arty, as well as a Reaper badge for taking out consecutive enemies with consecutive shots, a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. An arsonist because he set light to one of the enemy tanks and it burned up. That was the Striv M4257. I'm sure that was saved by fire. Damage caused by fire. Well, counted damage caused by fire. Yes, he set alight the fuel tank. That's what he did. Got the kill. It doesn't actually say. Oh, it does. It does say destruction, destroyed by fire. Yes, so that was the arsonist. He also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 6 in this one. And the win rate was 3,746, which is super income standard. And this game was paid, I think it was yesterday, actually, for that matter. I'm pretty sure it's yesterday. Yeah, or is it today? No, actually, it was early this morning. Yes, I was still working at that time as well. But a very good game. Let's have a look at team score. Okay, well, the highest damage in this game actually went to the M6 on our team, got 1,428 hit points. Second highest damage went to the M10 RBFM on our team with a Confederate and 1,311. Yes, you can see how vital these little tank destroyers are. They are just so good at getting damage. And the third highest damage, well, that went to Photobomber. Yeah, 1,271 hit points to him. When it came to kills, though, look at this. 4 kills to Photobomber, 3 kills to the Budgie, and the AMX 12 ton who got the final kill of the game. And in joint third place, we got the Wolverine, the Panzer KW1, and on the enemy team, their Sherman Jumbo and their VK2801. And when it came to base XP, we can see, yes, it's still Photobomber who's in the lead with 690. So he's got the top in 2 columns and third in another. 632 went to the MX 12 ton and 618 went to the MT25. 11 shots fired, bare minimum that you would actually get to get a good result. But if he probably fired more shells, he might have actually got an ace tanker, maybe by killing that M6 right at the end of the game. The MX 12 ton got the joy of that one. But 5 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot that went through him, and I suspect that might be the Striv. 11 splash, 1,271 hit points of damage, all of it at more than 300 meters. Now, can we tell which one he penetrated? Was it the Striv? Yes, it was. Went through the engine deck, set fire to the engine, and he was toast, literally. Okay. 5 enemy vehicles damaged, 4 destroyed, so no chance of Confederate there because he was killing too many enemy tanks. 279 hit points of damage assistance and 240 hit points of stun assist off 9 stuns. He earned a profit of 4,145 credits on a premium account, and he got an experience of 3,105 as well, getting a mission completion reward out of that one. I think he rather liked that. I'm pretty sure he enjoyed it. The Grille can be enormous fun. And that howitzer and its trajectory being so high is one of the reasons why it's a good idea to have the stock gun of the Hummel on that Arty, because it's the same howitzer as on this one, which means you get that beautiful ability to shoot the shell down on top of them, even if they're hiding behind a rock, or most rocks. You can actually drop the shell directly down on top of their heads, and the enemy's really got no protection. Plus, of course, you get more ammunition if you use that howitzer in the Hummels. So it just makes more sense. But I hope you enjoyed that round with the Grille. I tend to take the Grille around virtually every time I go online in the game, because it's just a little bit of practice. It's a bit of fun dropping these love bombs on the enemy. I hope you enjoy them too. If you do, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.